So let's get to the astrology again from last week. We've got the Sagittarius full moon and Venus in Leo. So I'm just going to give, while I shuffle, I'm going to give kind of a high level overview of what we had talked about, what I had kind of written down. And when I say we, I mean we, Moni and I over at Red Pill Astrology. If you have caught the June 1 through 10 that was released, there was some information on the Sagittarius full moon there, but see kind of how this played out for you, right? It just happened. We waned out of those energies, but see this retrospective period. Let's see what happens. So the Sagittarius full moon happened on 6/3/10:41 p.m. Central at 13 degrees, 18 minutes. What I wrote down for this moon was the vision and pleasure of that which is not discoverable. That was where my being went, and where my phrase for that moon is what is visual, what is pleasurable, but something that it's like not discoverable yet. It's that area of space in the higher realm where it's not like you're still dreaming. You're still moving forward. Nothing is here yet. You're still in that process of creation. You're still like, we've got this, out came the Seven of Swords, Page of Wands, Knight of Cups. You're still in this process of moving. Look at how these cards came out. Look at every face. Each face is pointed to the right. It's pointed in the right direction. It's pointed in the forward motion directed. It's not pointed backwards. It's not pointed to the past. This Sag full moon, everything is coming forward. Everything is here. It's not complete yet. This isn't like the end of everything. There's still work to be done. The Knight of Cups. There's still dreams to come up with. There's still Page of Wands. There's still action that needs to be taken. The Seven of Swords, there's still discernment that's needed as each of these things are coming in. You do have to still make decisions, make cuts, take that action, move forward in that strong integrity. And the reason why is because Venus in Cancer was the anchor of this moon. Now, Venus ingressed yesterday into Leo. So during this moon, she was our anchor. She grounded this entire moon down, because the moon, and this has been happening, and I'm getting goosebumps right now. This has been happening multiple times, enough to where it is now a pattern that I am now noticing, which is a moon with no aspects within 3 degrees of it. Nothing. I don't remember any time over the last few years that we have had this many moons in a row where there's been no aspects. The moon it's like everything else is the star of the show, and the moon is there to just brighten it, highlight it, or keep it in the dark, so you have to like dig it out and bring it forward for yourself. And this star of the show is Venus. So I got the image, and this is great with these cards that are out. I got the image of like an old explorer, like Magellan times, right? Where they were they did everything through ships. I just got this image of this old explorer on a ship, as the ship is like rocking and rolling and doing everything, just writing in his journal about what he was exploring, about the new world that was coming, about his dreams, Knight of Cups, about the actions that they were taking, the Page of Wands, about the things that they had to let go of. Those journeys were not without fraud. They were not without discernment. They were not without having to make quick decisions in the heat of the moment based upon what came in at that time. If a storm all of a sudden came in, that may mean, hey, our awning's down. We have to get different provisions. We have to throw some things overboard. We have to lighten the load. We've got to do this. We have to do that. We have to make these compromises as life continues to happen. However, the consistency, what is consistent between all of these is there is action being taken towards the goal, towards the future, towards what you're working towards. And the consistency part about the vision was even if the boat is going up and down, even if it's a rocky road, even if the seas are really tumultuous right now, you still need to be on your habits. You still need to be writing down your journey. You still need to be acknowledging. You still need to be dreaming. You still need to continue to do the work, no matter no matter the chaos that's around you, essentially. And again, if you want a more detailed overview, Red Pill Astrology YouTube channel at Red Pill Astrology on YouTube. You can take a listen to June 1 through 10. It's already live. There's even shorts there too, as well, that goes over this moon in detail, including the actual full chart for the moon as well. So that was the Sagittarius full moon. Let me get these back. And now Venus in Leo. So I am very, very, very excited about Venus in Leo. And she has an extended stay here. So she got in 6/5. That was yesterday. She goes to her pre-shadow phase. Yes, Venus is having a retrograde in Leo this year. This won't happen till July, so we're not going to focus on that. I just want to give you the overview of what Venus in Leo looks like, and then we'll focus on what Venus in Leo, kind of those um traits are as Venus goes into this transit. So 6/5 she ingresses. 6/19 she heads into her pre-shadow phase. She will retrograde on 7/22 and she'll station at 28 degrees 36 minutes. So she gets really far into Leo. She almost goes the whole way. And right before that finish line, she gets tugged back all the way back to, and Queen of Wands just came out. If that ain't, hi Venus. Hello, darling. So happy to have you here. She will go all the way back to, wait for it, she will station direct on September 3rd at 12:12. September 3rd is also a 12, by the way. So when we get to September, we'll definitely be talking about this very interesting 12 and the numerology about it. And, we'll get into that as we get into September. But again, if 12 is your number, shout it out in the comments. Let us know if 12 is one of your lucky numbers, because this 12s are speaking right now, especially with this Venus in Leo retrograde. Then on 10/7, she'll exit her shadow phase. So what that means is she is stationing direct at 12 degrees, 12 minutes. So when Venus hits 12 degrees, 12 minutes of Leo, which she will do on 6/19, that is when her her pre-shadow phase begins. She'll go all the way to 28. She'll head all the way back to 12. And then she has to go all the way back to 28:36 to exit her shadow phase. Hello, hello. Is it Angus Stone 96, I think? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to Twitchy Tuesdays. So she will exit that shadow phase on October 7th. Then next day, I mean, we're talking hours, she will ingress into Virgo. So she's retrograde for 42 days. Look, hi Venus. Hey, you doing your thing over there. Look, she's even got the lions right here. Let me pull this up. So this is the Queen of Wands card. She's got these two lions that flank her right here. She's got the sunflower, which really brings in that leonine energy. Wands are always, associated with the fire signs, but really Leo comes in strong here, and just Venus being her queenly righteous self, as she should be. And she has a really important job. Again, she is also facing into the future. She has a very important job here. Retrograde for 42 days. Mercury retrograde in Virgo happens while she is retrograde in Leo. Chiron will also station retrograde in Aries during that time. And this is all with a square to Uranus. And Jupiter is involved too. There is a lot about this. Like when I did the 2023 astrology overview at the beginning of the year, it is on the channel. You can catch it. and replay it back, this was a major signature point, this Venus retrograde in Leo, with everything that is going on. So part of this retrograde, and again, we will talk very much in depth when we get to July about this, but Mars is here with her. So Mars is already in Leo. Mars is already leading the way in Leo. He has already set all the things up that is necessary for his queen to come in and thrive. And he's going to stick with her until July 10th. So it's what's called an applied conjunction, but they never quite actually conjunct where they're exact with each other. And that can be frustrating. Look, Venus is in Leo. She is hot to trot. She wants her man. She wants to do all the things. And he is, look, the Ten of Swords pops out. He is doing the things that he needs to do, and he is leading the way. And that Venus and Leo can get frustrated. I am a Leo sun. I know. And it really is about this time. Don't allow that frustration, this Ten of Swords, don't allow that frustration to cloud your movement forward. Because this is all that's going to happen. If all you do is focus on that frustration of, I just want, but I can't exactly reach it, it's kind of out of my grasp. I can't really get there. We can't get on the same page. We don't really know what's happening. Like, there just seems to be confusion. If you allow that frustration to fester, to get in the way, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be face down in the mud, not being able to see anything. And this is all you're going to be able to see and feel is this frustration. Don't get frustrated. There's time for that. You can have a moment, but don't allow each of these frustration swords to just peg you in the back and keep you down, because this is all part of it. There is a reason why Mars needs to go first. There is a reason why the things that we want, the action that we want to take, we can't exactly grasp in our Venusian things in life. We can't exactly get there. And there is a reason, because Mars has to lead the way. He's the masculine. Mars has to lead in action. That's not Venus's job. There's a reason why the Queen of Wands is sitting on a throne, not moving somewhere, right? She's not up on a horse. She's not taking action. She's not the Strength card where she's hugging Leo. The Queen of Wands popped out, sitting on her throne, allowing things to come to her, allowing with the Eight of Wands, allowing Mars to take the action that's needed, to take the lead. And this can be a new concept, right? It can be a new, where, there's a fragility to Venus's ego right now. She just got out of Cancer. She's, swimming in the oceans, having this lovey-dovey moment. And now she gets into this fiery Leo where she wants to take action, and it's time to sit down. It's time to allow somebody else to take action for you. And it is truly now about how is Venus going to react. I mean, you could even put this like this. With the Queen of Wands at the head, Venus, how are you going to react? How are you going to choose to react? And I will say, I don't know if anybody else has felt this. If you do, you can throw it in the chat or throw it in the comments afterwards. But there has, this year has really been it's 2023, the year of how we react. That has shown up so much in my personal life, is understanding how I react to things, how I allow things to come into my life, change my decisions. It's all about taking that info and then, okay, what do I now do with it? Venus in Leo, how is she going to react? Is she going to sit in this frustration? Is she going to be over dramatized? That is a big word for Venus and Leo. Watch being overly dramatic. Is she going to be overly dramatic? Or is she going to take the right action that she needs to, which is to let Mars lead and follow his lead. That doesn't mean she's going to be sitting down the whole time. No, that's not how that works. She's still going to have to do things. She's still going to have to do things for Mars, but Mars needs to take that lead. Mars needs to go, okay, this is the decision. This is what we're sticking with. This is the action plan. Execute. What is the reaction going to be there? One other thing that I'm really excited about, I'm really excited to see social media. So just watch. We can check back in let's say like August and just see what type of fun social media things have played out, because truthfully there is going to be reactions on a Venus retrograde in Leo, with the drama, with the scandals, with the sexual energy. There is going to be some really, social media is going to have a lot of fun. I'm just saying, like, get your Twitter account ready. Be scrolling. I'm really excited to do a little astrology IRL on that, just to see how, again, how everybody reacts to this. Now, there is Jupiter. Uncle Jupiter's here for support and help, and we love that. He is like the uncle. Even more so in this time frame, I actually pegged Jupiter for, oh, Queen of Cups out. I actually pegged Jupiter more for an older brother than than anything, like a mentor, maybe even a strong partner. But the Emperor, there we go. Queen of Cups and the Emperor comes out. Again, another queen right here. So here's another Venus signifier. However, she is also sitting down but facing the past. And then the Emperor right underneath her, sitting in his throne facing forward, like, and this is Jupiter. Yo sis, I see you, sis. No, we ain't doing that. Like, Jupiter, represented by the Emperor here, is going to be checking his baby sis immediately. Nah, we ain't doing that. So really, wherever Jupiter, however you work with Jupiter, however Jupiter is coming in, really begin to work and hone in on that, because Jupiter is here and she will be meeting him 3 times. So she's going to meet him before retrograde, after retro, or during retrograde, after retrograde. So this is a conversation, and Jupiter is here for massive support during this time. He is in her sign. Jupiter is sitting in her sign in Taurus, just giving her all of the love, all of that good energy that is needed for her to really stand in her power and move forward and do the things that she needs to do, following Mars, checking her ego, reacting better. We don't want any of this. This 10 of Swords, we don't want any of that shit. We want that over there, right? We'll definitely talk more in July, but for now, a great suggestion to be prepared is to look at the house Venus will be retrograde in and the houses that Venus rules. So she rules Taurus, which you can see right here: money, possessions, earning, power, financial values. She also is the ruler of Libra, which is partnerships, marriage, legal matters. That's the traditional 7th house. So you want to look in your personal natal chart and find out where Venus is transiting. First of all, in Leo, what house is that for you, or houses, depending upon what you choose to use. And then also look at what house Taurus is in, what house Libra is in, and begin to just feel into that. Because no matter what, when Venus gets into her retrograde, those houses, all 3, the one she's in, the 2 she rules, is going to be coming up for review. There's going to be something there for you to look at. So that is Venus in Leo with her retrograde, just to give a high level overview. A couple of more things, just Venus in Leo. If you have Venus in Leo, if you're having your Venus return, Venus in Leo is very significant around, like, this kind of the energy signatures is very calculated, very attractive. very loyal, very colorful, extremely compassionate, right? It's all of those wonderful Leo traits. You can see Leo here, the house of Leo, which is pleasure, romance, love affairs, holidays, self-expression, creativity. Venus just comes in and makes all of those things way more beautiful, way more luxurious, way more sensory. Like it looks good, it feels good, it smells good. And there is, it's Venus doesn't want to be pushed around in Leo. She doesn't want to be told to be the good girl in Leo. She doesn't want to be like this, she's kind of grown up, right? Like she's kind of grown up. She's not the teenager anymore. Like, yeah, she might be in her 20s. Yeah, like we need to give her some warning, but this is like that good 20s vibe, right? Where you're like, this is where I make my mistakes. This is where I go and experiment and explore and just, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what's going on. That's that Venus and Leo vibe. And letting her come to her own conclusions is the best for everyone. Um, don't forget, she rules a fixed sign. Leo is a fixed sign, very good at being fixed. Venus knows how to be fixed, knows how to dig her heels in, and knows how to like set things aflame. If she doesn't like it, bye, gone. We're done. So it's just kind of extra signatures just to listen or just to hone in on. And we just had the 8 of Cups and the 3 of Rods come out. So the question that I was going to actually get to next, which I think is where these 2 cards are coming from, is who is manipulating, and is it you manipulating you? So another just kind of a journal prompt for everyone on this Venus and Leo and getting into this Venus and Leo transit overall, regardless if it was a retrograde or not. Um, there can be this signature of manipulation, and it is understanding who is manipulating. Are you the one manipulating others? Right? Are you the one putting out these cups and just like walking away from them and letting other people find them? Are you the one that is being manipulated? Are you, do you have relationships around you that are manipulating you where they're trying to tell you like, hey, this extra cup is over here, or go find that other cup over there, or hey, don't worry, you don't need to be fully fulfilled. The fuck? What? No. No. So like what is and also this can be a lot about the mental too, which is how are you mentally talking to yourself through this, and are you manipulating yourself into believing things that aren't true about you, right? Like, oh, I don't deserve this extra cup, it ain't for me. I don't deserve this extra cup. Oh, that promotion, I don't deserve to get that promotion. Oh, this can be this missing cup here. It can be like, look, he's kind of like downcast, like walking with his pole. It's like victim syndrome. It's just this like weighing energy that needs to be let go of. It's okay that you only have 8 cups. In fact, that's perfect. That's exactly what you need right now because you're not ready to have 10 cups, right? We're working on getting to that. You need to get out of this manipulation. You need to get out of this kind of mindset. Again, going back to our rune, right? Going back to our original first rune that came out, and we're going to pull another rune here in a second. But you got to get out of that. There is power in standing tall. There is power in, again, surrounding yourself with these 3 of Rods, surrounding yourself with accurate people, places, information, all of those Gemini sort of things that are healthy for you at this time, and knowing how to discern the difference between that. It's, again, Who's manipulating you? And is it you manipulating you? And then how do you go about working and fixing that? How do you go about bringing the necessary structures, the necessary rods into your life to lean on, to ask for support with? Because I mean, really, like I said, lean on, but he's not leaning on these rods. He's having them support him. Very, very different, right? Very different than I'm walking away from everything. I want to ignore this hole here. I want to ignore whatever this cup was trying to teach and tell me. So we are going to pull a rune. One of, it's just a good Venus and Leo. It's just a good time to get like, let's go. It's summertime, baby. Let's go get our stuff together. Let's go out and have fun. Let's go and, we're all leveling up. Like I got that message loud and clear, and hence part of why Twitchy Tuesdays wasn't Twitchy Tuesdays last week. Message loud and cleared and received. It's time for a level up. And that may be taking a moment to get there, and that's okay. But we are all upgrading right now, all on a level up. And it's how you choose to move through that level up that is setting the tone. It's really setting the tone for the rest of this year. All right, let's pull another rune here. We have the word. Translation, fate. Earthly meaning, uncertainty, unknown consequences, acceptance, trust, the unknowable, and fate. So let me bring this up so that way. Perfect. All right, let me put that here. Let's see what more information we get for this. 84. Ooh, all the way in the back. Both of these have been all the way in the back of the book. The 25th rune, a modern addition to the set, is blank. Word, which means fate, is the name of one of the Norns, the female entities who preside over human destiny. You can't make that up. They are the Norse equivalents of the Fates in Greek myth. The Norn, known as Word, was concerned with the past, her sisters with the present and the future. The blank rune could be said to convey the message that our task is to accept what is, because our destiny has already been decided. As its blankness suggests, it is neither a negative nor a positive rune. It can stand for two things at once, or for two opposing aspects of the same thing. The Norns are the model for the three witches who taunt Macbeth with his fate in Shakespeare's play. That is not to say that the rune ward is a malign influence. I hope I said that word right. It may mean that the question you ask is unanswerable and that the consequences of taking your current path will be revealed in their own time. Often the meaning of word can be clarified by the other runes in the casting. If these are positive runes, such as Sowilu or Wunjo, then you may expect events to take an unexpected but happy turn. If it appears with harsher runes, such as Hagalas, then the difficulties the querent faces are inevitable and must be endured with as much grace as possible. Sometimes the blank rune may act as a reminder that some things should not be known. Perhaps the querent is probing into areas that should not concern him or her. We cannot know all there is to know. The greatest secrets are revealed in their own time. Message received for Venus in Leo.